A tutorial on how to make a cookie pillow, plush pillow or stuffy, whatever you want to call them. I just copied a picture off the internet of Cookie. My printer's a little bit low on ink, so it has a funny looking color, but I just went on the internet and I copied off a picture of a boot and a couple of arms for stuffed animals. I think these were actually bunny arms, and printed those off. I bought some dark t-shirt transfers, and I copied off the eyes, nose, and mouth on a transfer, and that way the eyes are exact, and it makes it a little bit easier. All you have to do is just iron it on. I have some pink felt and some different color felt that I'll just make, instead of just making a chocolate chip cookie, I'm going to make rainbow chip colors. So I've got purple, yellow, blue, red, green, and I'll just cut the felt into circles. You'll need some stuffing for your pillow. I started with, I just used a great big piece of glass that I had, a round piece of glass, and used that as my measurement for the initial cookie. And then I just used a plastic cup, and used that for the bite marks. And I just put it on the edge of the material. Once the material was all cut out, or the circle was cut out, and I pinned it, and I just cut the edges out. Did about halfway of the cup. If you measure, halfway on your cup, and then you'll cut each part out. I just did 3 cuts, so like 3 bite marks, and that worked out pretty excellent. And you'll need obviously a sewing machine. This is the finished arms. Once I've stuffed the little arms, I've cut out the arms and stuffed them. That's my arms, or my pattern. So, I mean, any rectangle, or depending, what style you wanted to use. I just thought that was pretty simplistic. And that's the little boots. Once I've cut out the shape of the boots, you have to do 2 of those. Obviously double-sided, double your material, and then cut 2 of those. And that's my little boots. And you can shape them. I just kind of stuff them quickly, but I'll shape them before I put them on my cookie. And yeah, and you have your iron. And yeah, just so once you've cut out your material, I just used I actually went to the local thrift shop, got some material really cheap, and I think I paid $3, and there was probably about 5 meters, so it was pretty cheap. And yeah, not quite the same color, exact color of cookie, but it doesn't matter. You can be creative and use whatever color you want to. And yeah, and I'll just I'll go to the next step. See, I've cut out my bite marks, and I've just sewn around those, and made it pretty easy. I didn't sew all the way around. I just did around those, and that kind of anchors it in. I left a little bit more space in the middle of each bite mark so that it'll if you put a little bit of stuffing in there, it'll stand up. And then I sewed that, and then in order to iron on the decals, you want to make sure it's flat. So I didn't bother adding anything on. I just left it as is. And the next step will be to flip it inside out and iron on the decals. This is the next step, was to flip the cookie inside out, or the material inside out. So you can see my bite mark. Yeah, it's all right. And then I copied off a face from the internet. I did the eyes. I made the eyes a little bit larger on my with a printer program I have, and the mouth. And I put that on a dark t-shirt transfer. And yeah, and then I'll just iron those on, and that'll save monkeying around with all that. So just a matter of cutting it out, and it's a little bit difficult when you I cut around the eyes and went really fine, and I should have actually left a little bit of room because it's a little bit harder to peel off the transfer. So before you totally make them perfect, leave a little bit of room so that you can kind of rip your material to pull the back off, and it makes it a little bit easier. There's our cookie with the face on it, and now I'm just using some felt, and I'm just drawing some circles. And I've got some pink ones, and I've got some blue ones, and I'll make some different colors. And I just use like just a little pill bottle to make the circles. And I'll just cut those out. And actually I think I'll probably just, rather than sewing those, I'll probably just glue those on with some material glue. And again, it'll make it really simple and easy if you've got kids. If they want to take part in that, that's kind of a fun part to do. And once you've got all the chips on there, the rainbow chips on there, then you can place your hands in the spot that they're supposed to go, or the arms and the feet, and flip them inside out and sew them up. But we'll go to the next step. Just cutting out the different colored felt for the rainbow chips, and I just put them on there, and I'll just use some glue, and I'll fabric glue, and I'll glue them on there, and I'll show you that next step. Okay, and there is our cookie with our rainbow chips all glued onto him, and I just use some fabric glue to glue them on. So it's very, very simple and easy to do. Next step, to do the back, and then flip it inside out and put the arms and legs on it. Last thing I'm going to do now is I just flipped my cookie over here, and I've just kind of just made some marks where the hands are going to be, because I'm going to flip them inside out, and I'll sew these in, and as well as the feet, kind of get a rough idea where you want the feet. I think I'm going to put mine a little bit further, and yeah, and I'll sew those in, and then I'll just leave a small opening, probably somewhere near the bottom here, and that's where I'll stuff it from. Or maybe do it on the side. Maybe I'll do it on the side, stuff it from there, and that should pretty much be the end of our cookie rainbow cookie. So I've just kind of pinned my arms and legs in the cookie, and yeah, it's kind of a makeshift pin job, but that's okay. And I'll just sew it up and flip it inside out. There we have it. There's our finished cookie, rainbow cookie with the arms and the legs on her. And didn't take very long to do. Really easy to make, and really inexpensive actually. And yeah, it's lots of fun. Thanks for watching, and see you again. Thanks, bye.